So, let's talk about something that doesn't usually make the front page: how Iran has quietly built one of the Middle East's most complex networks of military air bases. When you think of air power, it's easy to picture rows of jets lined up on sun-baked runways. But in Iran, it's just as likely those planes are hidden deep beneath solid rock, waiting for a moment of crisis. See, Iran's airbase strategy isn't just about parking jets or fueling up helicopters. It's about survival. After decades of tension with neighbors and global powers, sanctions that bite, and a few military lessons learned the hard way, Iran's gone all in on making sure its air force can take a hit, and hit back. Let's start with the crown jewel, Eagle 44, or as it's called locally, OCAB 44. Unveiled in 2023, this isn't just any airbase, it's a subterranean stronghold carved deep into the mountains. Fighter jets, bombers, drones, they're all tucked away, shielded by layers of granite and reinforced concrete. The base has everything: command posts, maintenance bays, even fuel storage, all underground. The idea? Make it almost impossible for an enemy to take out Iran's air power in a single strike. And it's not just theory. US analysts say there's practically only one weapon: the 30,000-pound massive ordnance penetrator dropped by a B-2 stealth bomber that could even threaten Eagle 44. Even then, you probably need a double hit, and that kind of strike would be considered a huge escalation. But that's just one facility in a much bigger puzzle. Iran's got a web of air bases scattered from the Persian Gulf, all the way to the western frontiers. Take Hamadan Air Base, for example, a strategic hub with decades of history right in the country's west. Or Omidyeh, down in Khuzestan, with runways stretching over 4 kilometers, ready to handle the big planes. Then there's Foth Air Base near Karaj. It might not sound like much, but it's the backbone for helicopter operations, attack birds, surveillance, you name it, mostly supporting the Revolutionary Guards Aerospace Force. And Des Fool Air Base. If you look at satellite images, you'll spot old US-made F-5 jets kept flying through a mix of domestic ingenuity and, well, a lot of spare parts raided from grounded planes. Sanctions have made it tough for Iran to modernize, so you get this fascinating mixed vintage jets from before 1979, drones built in underground bunkers, and missile systems ready to launch at a moment's notice. The whole setup isn't just about launching attacks. It's about making sure no one can easily take Iran out of the fight. That's what military folks call an anti-access area denial strategy. If something sparks off in the Persian Gulf, Iran's bases, especially the hidden and hardened ones, make it way harder for any adversary to get the upper hand, especially the US Navy. But it's not all smooth sailing. Security leaks have happened, like a civilian contractor posting videos of tunnel doors online, or high-profile sabotage attempts. It's a reminder that no matter how deep you dig, there's always a human factor. Zoom out, and you see the bigger picture. Iran's air bases are more than just military hardware. They're the product of decades of pressure, adaptation, and a strategy built around making the best of what's available. Old jets, new drones, underground fortresses, they all come together to shape a defense system designed for a region where the next conflict might always be just around the corner. So next time you hear about tensions flaring in the Middle East, remember, a lot of what matters is hidden, silent, and waiting underground, ready for whatever happens next.